live with my son in Waterford. Chris just turned 26 and he has intellectual and developmental disabilities. Chris had just completed high school and it was anticipated he was going to get some funding and some support from the Department of Developmental Services. Unfortunately, that year the state budget didn't allow for funding for new graduates with disabilities like Chris. So that's when I met Paul. He listened to my fears. He listened to my hopes for Chris. I was really afraid because as a single parent, I felt like without funding, I would lose my job, I could lose my home, I could potentially lose my son. Paul set up countless meetings. He spent hours on the phone with the Department of Developmental Services and other legislators, and he was able to secure funding for Chris so that Chris was able to go to a day program so that I could keep my job. And he was also able to secure funding so that we had some support at home. He made a promise that he would never let us go through difficult things alone. He would always stand up for us. And I think that's what I learned about Paul, is that he always stands up for the little guy. He's just a really good man. He is ethical, he's compassionate. He still calls us once a week to check on Chris. He still calls us to see when things are good and when things are bad. And that's something that means a lot to us. We feel like we have, a friend in Paul Formica. We feel like we have somebody who really has our back and really cares about us. Now more than ever, we need Paul.
Paid for by Formica for Senate, Devin Sullivan, Treasurer. Thank you, Kate. I'm Paul Formica, and I approve this message.